Welcome, welcome, welcome back to the island. Guys, it's been a while. It's been a while.
It has been a while.
It has been a while, right?
It has been so long.
First of all, can we just say we've upgraded?
We've totally upgraded.
I'm here for this, right?
I am. We're on another level.
We have took some time off, but y'all now clearly see why. We need to get some things together, and I am so excited. I am joined by the amazing, the wonderful, my loving family. But more than my family, because I know that even if we weren't family, we would be still so close.
We would be.
We would have found each other in another life. I don't care.
We wouldn't.
Tahja Serene.
Hey, how are you?
Girl, let the people know. Okay. Who is Tahja Serene? Who is she?
Oh my God. Tahja Serene is first and foremost a child of God, which is great.
Yes, ma'am.
But I'm a strong, not independent Black woman. No, not at
We're
all.
not doing that today.
Not at all.
Not in these streets.
No. But just a strong-willed woman,
Absolutely.
entrepreneur, real estate agent, loving daughter, loving sister, loving new auntie, and just someone with big dreams and big goals. And I don't feel like there is a limit to any of those.
Absolutely.
So just someone with a big dream, and I'm chasing all of them.
Yes, ma'am. And in those chasing those dreams, like, what does that consist of for you? Because, like, I know, y'all, let me tell y'all, she does a lot. Anybody who knows me, y'all know, y'all say I do a lot. Let me show y'all where I get it from. Right here. Right here. Like, been my inspiration for quite some time. And you are a very multi-layered, multifaceted person. So, you're real estate.
Mm-hmm.
You used to do music.
I did.
Marketing for us, for the nonprofit of the More Than Mental Project.
Mm-hmm.
But not only that, marketing for yourself.
Yep.
You production company.
Mm-hmm.
What am I missing? Like
Hair company.
Hair company. Yes. Like
everything.
And just so many things. Social media runner. Like you have done it all. So let's start with real estate.
Okay.
Why real estate? What made you get into real estate?
I've been in sales for forever.
Yeah.
Like, of course, I was selling cars.
Mm-hmm.
But whenever I started my YouTube channel, I was reviewing hair and makeup. And I got invited to Houston for She's Happy Hair.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I kind of have a platform where I'm influencing people and I love sales. What else can I do? So while I was selling cars, I met a lot of real estate agents. And they were like, oh, your check is this. My check is going to be this. I was like, oh, I'm a little jealous. But I never thought about it after that.
Right.
So God rest his soul, Nipsey Hussle, actually came here for a seminar, I think a year before he was taken from us. And he talks about the importance of us buying back our blocks.
Yes.
And cryptocurrency and just investing in yourself, investing into real estate and property. And after that, I started real estate school.
Creating that generational wealth.
Yep, absolutely. And he really kind of planted that into my mind and I fell in love with it.
Absolutely. So it's something you just like, you love because you've always been in sales.
Yep.
So it's something you're natural at. It's something you're good at.
Mm-hmm.
You are a very big people person.
I
I'm
am.
not going to say that like I don't know that,
Right.
being your family and all. But you are a very big people person. I've never seen somebody work a room the way you do. And it's never awkward. It's never like a cringy moment. It's like you see an opportunity and you seize it.
Right.
And to take it a step further, even if you don't see one, you create one.
Absolutely.
And I think that's what's more important.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
It's funny you say that. I literally just told a friend this world is full of so many opportunities. I just need to put myself in place to receive those opportunities.
Absolutely.
And wherever that is, I'm just going to go for every opportunity that I can come across. So, yeah.
So you went to real estate for music.
I did.
Tell me about that journey. We got to go into that.
So music has been something that I've always been passionate about.
Absolutely.
And whenever I dived into real estate, before I did, I literally remember like those conversations with God in the shower. I was like, okay, Lord, I need a passion that I love just as much as music because I'm not going to want to do anything else. So I feel like, of course, God put that on my heart as well to get into real estate. But in regards to music, I mean, growing up in a Christian household, I was doing contemporary guitar, piano, gospel music, and my family did not really invest in that. So, unfortunately, they let me become a product of my environment. Out here in Dallas.
In these Dallas streets.
And music is a big thing out here. I met a lot of producers. I work with a producer that works with, like Britney Spears and Janet Jackson, and just to get his approval means everything to me.
Right.
But at the end of the day, I decided whenever I started dating and I saw myself like as a wife or a mother, I wanted a career that would help me create that type of foundation for a family.
Yes.
And I was like, what should I do, Lord? Because music is great, but it's more of an outlet for me. And of course, I could have a career in it, but I also want a family one day. And real estate was like calling my name.
Right.
So I found more of a long-term, like you said, creating generational wealth in real estate than music.
Because a lot of people don't know, turning your passion into a job kills the passion a lot of times.
Absolutely. Drake said, the moment I stop having fun, would I be done with it? And I applied that to my music career. And I wasn't happy. I wasn't happy investing myself here in Dallas with music anymore. I was like, this is becoming a duty.
Yeah.
And it's not really a real hustle or grind. It's like...
Took a toll on your mental health?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. And I wasn't trying to compromise morals either to get it. So...
Hello. We gon'... But yeah, you know.
Yeah.
And see, I think that's what people don't really realize is the fact that like you can be passionate about something, but that doesn't always mean you have to turn it into a career.
Yeah.
Because it does lose its drive and your love for it. And there are certain things you can turn into a career, like selling in real estate.
Yeah.
Those translate beautifully.
Absolutely.
But certain industries aren't meant for us. And I think I think you've kind of figured that out.
Yeah.
And you've navigated that really well. So I'm proud of you for that.
Thank you.
But I definitely know that wasn't an easy journey either.
No, absolutely not. But I think, like you said, I call myself a marketing genius.
Absolutely. She does, y'all. She fully does. I want y'all to know this. She absolutely calls herself a marketing genius.
I do.
And just like to segue really quickly, we can go back. But I think that's one of the things I genuinely love about you so much. And I always say I know that's one of the things I genuinely love about you so much is the fact that like you speak that over yourself and all the things of your life. Yeah. You're literally like, I'm so good. I'm so creative. And like, it's not in like such a like condescending way because I've known people who has said things in condescending ways. And it's not too cute.
It's not cute at all.
But like you always have done it in a very lighthearted, just like, oh my God, like I'm really freaking talented at this. And
you have to be your biggest fan. If you're going to expect people to support you, you have to support yourself.
Exactly. Yeah. And you've taught me that in a lot of ways. You know, there was so many times I wasn't putting out my art. And still to this day, I'm very like,
like your dance stuff. I'm like, why aren't you posting
Exactly.
This? Why haven't you posted
Why haven't I posted any of this? But yeah, I think it's so interesting. Oh my goodness. So when it comes down to marketing, like what's your recipe? Like, do you have one or do you just kind of like let it come to you in a natural kind of state?
I think it just comes to me. A lot of people, whenever I do talk to them about either social media marketing or digital marketing or print marketing, they're like, oh, this is so time consuming. Like when people are on their phone doing absolutely nothing, I'm literally in bed either playing Candy Crush or on Canva. Like I'm literally creating content and it's just so fun. Yeah. And so even whenever we were thinking about doing this, I'm like, oh my God, like I'm going to post it this way or do this or do this.
Yes.
My mind is just on a run. Yes. Or even if we're having a conversation and you say something, I'm like, oh my God, I created into a title or a brand. And my mind just does that, you know? So it just comes to me so naturally. And it's something I don't ever feel like it's going to become a job because I love it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It reminds me of when we were having a conversation about opening up a smoke shop. Do you remember what it was called?
Absolutely.
We can't put it out there because we're going to do this. We're doing this. Something big's coming from us too.
Absolutely.
But as soon as we get our money, both our money right, baby, y'all going to see it.
And credit.
But, girl. That part. But no, like it's always little conversations that I notice and like you always fuel mine and like we'll start, you'll go and then it's like, oh wait, we can do this and we can blah 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 blah. So like I definitely think that it's like you have a calling for that. Genuinely.
Thanks.
And I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
So we gonna switch gears just a little bit here on the island.
On the island, guys.
You know, that's what we do.
Okay.
So first I'm gonna get me a drink.
I'm gonna drink some too.
Child, we gotta take a break from all of that. That was getting a little too heavy for me. Y'all see? Y'all, did y'all hear about Megan Thee Stallion? She's being sued by her old record label. She already got a life going on. Y'all shot the girl. Leave her alone. What's wrong with Post Malone? There's a lot going on with that man. I want to help him, though. I feel like there's so much going on in this world. Y'all talk to each other. Throw back to them crazy fools. They got a lot going on over there.
Let's talk fleeting friendships.
Okay.
I feel like this has been kind of a thing in both of our lives recently.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And I think that people really don't understand what a fleeting friendship looks like.
hmm
And they don't always understand how to handle it. You went through some stuff this year, right?
Yeah, I did.
Your birthday.
Babe.
We went to your birthday and a lot happened.
hmm
And it was a lot to unpack.
Mhm.
And you went ghost for like literally like what, 3-4 weeks?
Almost 3. It was almost 2 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a minute.
Yeah, I didn't post from like a little bit of beginning of February to April.
Yeah. And not only outside of her posting, y'all, like we talk on a daily.
Mhm.
She was not talking to me.
I wasn't talking to anybody.
And that was weird for me. Like I had to even take a step back and like come out of myself and be like, okay, this isn't about me. This is like she's figuring some stuff out. And you ended a lot of friendships that day. Let's talk what led you to these decisions. Like, why do you feel these certain friendships ended? And like, how do you handle going about like ending friendships? Because a lot of people don't understand. They think because time, they think because history, they think because these things, you can't walk away.
Right.
And I think I've always appreciated the way you've done it because you've never just walked away. You've always explained to people what you did. You have a respect for people.
Absolutely.
And I think that's the biggest thing that really, really makes me very happy about you is your respect for people.
hmm
And because I have seen plenty of friendships in my own life fall by the wayside. Recently, I had somebody stop talking to me,
Yeah.
unfollow me on everything. And they were supposed to be a huge part of my life. And I haven't talked to them in 2 months. And all of a sudden now, they've unfollowed me for everything. I don't even know if I told you about this.
No, I have no idea who you're talking about.
Let's just say,
what does that person's name rhyme with?
They were also a part of this.
I do know who you're talking about.
And I haven't talked to them.
Ponytail.
No,
Really?
not even Ponytail. Think somebody else. Girl. Girl, you always canceled, but always gave them grace. Always canceled on me.
But were we just talking about this person the other day?
I don't know. You know, I love their child. Their child.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Unfollowed me on stuff, removed me, haven't talked.
Photographer? You're lying.
Nope.
I wasn't expecting that. Y'all have been like this for forever.
And I haven't talked to you.
Yeah.
And any problem you have with me, I feel like you should at least be able to have the courage to come to me. And I feel some type of way. I've texted, I've reached out, like, hey, I'm worried about you. I haven't heard from you. Posted, nothing. And I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to beg nobody for no friendship.
Right.
So I think like it's like I said, I respect you because you have that respect to tell people.
Yeah.
And I know before y'all start jumping in and hopping on saying like, oh, like I'm not obligated to tell nobody anything. If you have a respect for a person, yes, you do.
Yeah.
If you have a respect for a person that you call one of your best friends, one of your close anythings, I feel you can still create that boundary. You can still keep that distance. But I personally feel like you should tell them.
Yeah. I agree because you built a friendship. A friendship is the foundation for a relationship.
Correct.
So even if you're in a relationship with someone, if you're married, you still have respect for that person to talk to them as a friend. You don't just disrespect somebody. And so if you have that friendship and you don't know how to communicate, maybe that's not a good friend to have anyways. Someone that can't respect you. That's just the way that I would look at it.
Absolutely.
But I just feel like even that came from maybe just hurt people on social media. Social media has influenced so many people's thought process these days.
Oh my God.
And it's a lot of hurt people on social media. Hurt people have nothing else to do but to be on social media because it's an outlet for them. And so just imagine we're taking advice from people who are
bitter and angry.
And that is just allowing a lot of people to be bitter and angry. But just saying, oh, you're not obligated to, but now you're canceling out your friends and family.
Who didn't do anything to you because some random expert on TikTok told you it was okay to. And it's like, you haven't really done the work. Y'all need to go to therapy.
Baby.
And go actually figure out what
this... Get off of TikTok. And
go figure out what these therapists are actually saying. Because some of them are getting on like, it's okay to do this, but they mean it in a whole different way than what you're taking it.
Like, it's okay to remove yourself from something, but it's not okay to just, like you said, stop talking, stop responding, stop effectively communicating. blocking people just without conversation. Now it's different if you've given this person chances and they're disrespecting you and you need to create a boundary.
Mhm.
I get that, but a true friendship like what you're telling me, I'm not seeing. You're invested in this person's family, and you have a great relationship with their child. Like, so I wouldn't have seen, you wouldn't have disrespected them.
Absolutely not.
So I don't see them
And
disrespecting
anything
you.
that I did, you could have came to me and at least been like, hey, so this is where I felt disrespected or out of pocket.
Yeah.
So that happened to me, but we're going to segue back to you.
Okay.
And I want you to like tell me like how you handled a lot in a very short amount of time.
Yeah.
Because do you want to explain to people what happened, or like how do you want to go about this? Because we can put in what
I don't mind paraphrasing.
Okay, we can paraphrase. So you want me to paraphrase? Or you want to paraphrase?
You can go ahead and then I can just pick up.
So basically, we had a nice event for your birthday.
Mhm.
We all went out, and we were all agreed to pay a certain amount
Right.
for our dinner. A lot of people did not end up doing that.
Mm-hmm.
They bailed last minute, leaving you to cover costs.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people didn't even send what they were supposed to send
Mm-hmm.
or communicate when they were supposed to send it. Because I even remember me, like I sent mine late, but I
Right.
at least told you what was going on in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Because we all got stuff. Like, well, I'm not going to sit here and act proud and be like, oh, I got it or I got it.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes stuff happens. And
Yeah.
I sent mine late.
And I'm a very understanding person.
You are. And that's the thing. And so people kind of just fell by the wayside and did
Mhm.
not do what they say they were supposed to do.
Yeah.
And a lot happened that night.
Yeah.
So
I just feel like I noticed some people may, how can I put this? Whenever you have friends that you've made on social media, a lot of people feel like you're good.
correct.
Like they don't need to check in with you. You're straight. You got it covered type thing.
Right.
But at the end of the day, I'm still a human with
Right.
feelings. I may
Absolutely.
be good. If I have X amount of dollars in the bank account, I still want the X amount of dollars you owe me. Like, I mean, it's still, babe, come on now.
If I got $600,000, give me my $4.
I still want my $4.
Give me my $4.
I want that. I want it. So it's just the principle of the thing. And a lot of people miss the principle of the thing.
Yes.
So, I mean, just to tell you guys, I woke up. I was still very hungover.
Very.
And I looked in my wallet, seen a receipt for over $2,000.
Yep.
And I mean, it took me 2 days to even reach out to people because I'm still hungover. It's my
Right.
birthday. I wanted to get trashed for my
Right.
birthday. But I didn't expect no one to not reach out to me and say, hey, what do I owe you?
Correct.
And so whenever I did do that, I'm like, yo, if y'all can send a little extra for tax, for the alcohol tax, for the gratuity,
Something.
And everybody was like, oh, my tab was $37. I'm sending $37, like nothing for tax, nothing for nothing. And
Yeah. For a tip, anything.
yeah, it left me paying much more than what I thought. And then even people who are, my best friend even did some crazy stuff. And like my best guy friend was, I'm not going to put his business out there, but, just trying to leave with one of my girlfriends. So, and it's just weird. But, just whenever I noticed people were, one, the principal wasn't taken into account.
Absolutely.
And I didn't feel appreciated on my birthday.
Oof.
And then the thing that I hate the most is there is a particular person who she probably thinks that we're still on the same terms, but we didn't talk the entire time that I wasn't posting on social media. I have a huge problem with that.
Yeah.
You know me, I'm on social media because that's my business.
Constantly.
That's my business.
And
So if I'm not posting, obviously something's wrong with me.
Yeah.
And if we're friends, I would assume you would check in, and because I check in, I do that.
Absolutely.
So
We're checking people.
yeah, but it's just annoying for, oh my God, you look so nice. Da, da, da. I haven't heard from you in months. And now that all of a sudden I'm posting, it's just convenient. And so I just realized that like I'm a good time. I have a lot of opportunities to give people.
And that's what people see.
I get free opportunities. I like to give my friends free opportunities. But that's just who I am because I
Right.
know I choose friends. If the shoe is on the other foot, this person would do this for me. And
Is what we assume.
It's what we assume, and that's my problem.
And that's our listen.
And I'm okay with taking accountability and saying that I have to stop expecting people to treat me like I treat them because that's just impossible. Unless they show me that, then that is not who they are.
Listen, the way I have said that so many times, and I've recently said that, I was like, Ramesh, you have to stop expecting people to do what you would do in situations, how you would go and have a conversation with somebody, how you would go and give grace. And I give grace simply because I am someone who once needed grace.
I need grace.
I need grace. I am a human. I'm going to make mistakes. I'm going to be flawed. And in that, like you said, you are a religious social media user.
Yeah.
So to go ghost the way you did, and not just like, there was no story, there was no nothing. It was
no close
zero
friends.
dark 30.
Yeah.
It was no close friends. It was an
Baby, Instagram was deactivated. Okay.
I, as her family member, was having a hard time getting in touch with her. I was like, where's my cousin?
Yeah.
And it would be like a random text and be like, hey, this, and like asking a question about this. And finally, I deduced it. I put it together. I was like, this is what this is about.
Yeah.
But it was me being very aware that like every text I got from you was about that situation. And I think, like you said, like people just don't realize, like they think if you post on social media, you're good. It's right here, right now. Checking on someone's social media is not checking in with them.
It's not.
Checking on someone's social media is not checking in with them. Send a text. Give them a call and actually care when you do it. If you do not have the capacity to do it, don't do it. I'm not telling you to do something you don't have the capacity for.
Yeah.
Because we have had that conversation to where I've reached out to you and you're like, I don't have the capacity for that. Sorry. I just need a second.
Yeah.
You've reached out to me.
But that's okay. I'm going through that right now with someone. And I didn't really appreciate, I'm well aware of what this person's going through. They're going through a lot.
Correct.
But there's no reason to not respond when I do reach out.
That.
There's no
hey, I'm not okay right now. Let me hit you back. Yeah. And I know, like I said, a lot of you mental health warriors and people who, listen, you're talking to mental health people, professionals over here, okay? I'm not going to sit here and say that you always feel obligated.
Right.
But at the same time, I do feel like you could at least send, I'm not okay, talk soon.
Especially if it's someone that is checking on you. Because if they have a relationship with you where they're checking in and something is obviously not okay, this person knows you. So why wouldn't you let them know, I'm not okay, but I need time?
At least it's not a random
You have someone that cares about you.
That cares about you. And I know, and I get it. It is hard sometimes. I do get that. But y'all have to understand, like, a simple, like, hey, I'm not, but I will be, let you know when I am, is better than just ignoring people.
Yeah.
Because, excuse me, at the end of the day, no, it's not. It's about you, and you should take care of yourself. And I want you guys to take care of yourself. But there's a respect. And that word is going to keep popping up in this.
Yeah.
Respect. There's a respect that if she texts me and I know I'm not having a good day, it may be a couple hours later, but before I lay my head down that night, I'm going to let her know that, hey, sorry, today was kind of crazy. I just needed some time.
Yeah.
Just, I'll text you when I feel better. I may not feel 100% when I send the text, but at least I let her know so she knows her mindset is I'm not ignoring you. There was just a lot going on.
Yeah.
And
there's nothing wrong with that. And I just feel like that's how you keep real good relationships.
Absolutely.
And for me, I hate when people are like, oh, but like you said earlier, I just have to make sure I know this isn't about me. It's not, but by you not communicating, you can make them feel like it's about them, you know?
Yeah.
So while you do have this relationship with someone, make sure you're still taking care of it because they're obviously wanting to take care of you.
Especially y'all getting on social media right after people text y'all.
Yeah, because
and I'm not saying you're not entitled to getting on social media.
I'm not gonna think anything's wrong with you if your outlet is social media. That's not real. Social media is not real to me. None of these people can tell you anything about my life on social media. They will look on there and think I'm a fucking. Can I cuss on here?
Yeah.
I think I'm a fucking millionaire because of my social media. And I have to get on there all the time. Like, I haven't sold a house in 2 months. Have y'all seen me post a house that I sold in 2 months? No. Please. Social media is not real.
Listen.
Social media is a website. Social media is a representative. And if you
you sent your what?
You sent your representative.
Come on, Leary.
Transparency. It's not on iTunes right now. I forgot to pay for it. But social media is just a representative, you know? But
absolutely.
Someone who's your friend, they should have the back door to you. And I honestly feel like you said, checking on people on social media. If you have my phone number, you have access to me that 50,000 people do not. Why do you want to DM me?
Baby.
Why do you even, if Drake gave me his phone number, I would not be hitting him up on Instagram.
I'm going to text you.
Baby, send me your location. No, I'm just playing. But you have access to someone that other people don't.
And it's okay to see a story and swipe up and say something.
Yeah.
But follow it up with at least a text or a call.
Mm-hmm.
Because anybody who knows me, if you get something from me, not too far after, you're gonna get a call.
Yeah.
Because I'm not a big texter.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge texter. I don't
We're
like
on
to text.
FaceTime.
I'm on FaceTime. Anybody who knows me, ask any of my friends, family, I'm a FaceTime you. I'm not gonna call you.
FaceTime.
I'm a FaceTime.
And then he's gonna hang up because his mama calling.
My mama calling me, y'all. Tahja, get off my line.
She didn't want nothing.
She don't want nothing. But she want everything. I love you, mama.
We love you, auntie.
But yeah, like I just think it's so crazy how people think they can substitute that for substance.
Mm-hmm.
You're substituting substance and it's just not working. And then you wonder why half your relationships aren't real or you're falling out with people and like, oh, I haven't talked to this person in such a long and I'm gonna give you a perfect example and I know he won't mind. My friend Chance.
Okay.
I love Chance to death. I do.
Chance.
We've had, I've had some problems with him and I've already expressed this to him so I can openly talk about this.
Yeah.
To where like sometimes I'm like, dude, I don't feel like you're a friend because I don't hear from you. And he's like, oh, I've been working. And I was like, dude, I understand that. We all work though. I was like, y'all know me. I'm running a nonprofit.
Sounds like a familiar conversation.
I'm running, a dance program. I'm running an apparel line. I am working. I'm in school. I'm a podcast. I'm working at I'm doing
he has
so
2
much.
dogs.
I have 2 dogs. I can't. I'm out here in these streets. Always doing something, y'all. So if I can still take the time to take 2 seconds to say, hey, hope you're doing well, miss you, love you, I just expect the same in return.
Yeah.
And I do appreciate him because he does understand that. So I appreciate you, Chance. Love you so much. And I wish nothing but the best for him.
Yeah.
And we don't talk as much as we used to. And I understand that. We've grown.
Mm-hmm.
But like it was a conversation I still had with him and let him know how I felt.
Mm-hmm.
And he was very receptive and we made sure. And he always, it's always funny because he always sends me a screenshot of his pinned and I'm always the first one. He's like, friend, I have not forgot about you. I was like, thanks. And he shared his location with me. He's done everything like a friend could ask for. And I'm not mad at him. We've gotten through that. But like that is a simple thing where we did have a moment. I talked to him. We moved on.
Yeah.
There was no...
And that's how it's supposed to be.
That's how it's supposed to be if you really care about somebody. And sometimes you don't move on. Sometimes it is time to call it quits. And that's okay as well. But I think you should still have the conversation. If you cared enough to call this person a friend, you should have the conversation.
Yeah.
Like, I will tell you right now because, she's in the room. My creative director, I love her to death. And I be having to let her know sometimes, like, hey, girl, answer the fucking phone and let me know what's going on. Because I don't have time for this. I just need to know things. But like I said, I can say this because we've already had this conversation. And she knows it's all love. Yeah. And I know it's all love. Because she'll call me back, bro, get it the fuck together. I need to know these things if you want me to help you. And I'm like, cool. We both got some things to work on.
Yeah, it's just holding each other accountable. And I just feel like people are a little non-receptive to constructive criticism because they don't feel like they're doing anything wrong. And my whole thing is no one's perfect. Absolutely. And no one is expecting you to be perfect. But it's like, I'm accepting you for your flaws, but this flaw, I can handle this flaw. I really can't. Can we get this flaw together? This is a character flaw.
I can really accept this one. This one is like a really big
this one is going to put a dent in our friendship.
If
so
you don't
let's talk
at least
about this.
try to work on it.
Yeah.
Because I don't need it to be perfect in a week. I just need you to start seeing that you're working on it.
Or even acknowledge.
Acknowledge the fact. And don't acknowledge it and just keep doing it blind. Like, because I've had people do that who will acknowledge it and still just be like, continue. I'm like,
oh, am I still doing that?
Oh, that's crazy. I'm that crazy girl. No, we're not doing that.
It's a pattern. And this is now not a character flaw. This is just who you are.
This is who you are. And I have to remove myself from this situation.
Yeah.
But if I come to you, I want you to at least acknowledge what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And because my biggest rule, and anybody who knows me knows this, I cannot hold you accountable if I've never told you.
Yeah.
How am I supposed to come to you and say, oh, well, this is a problem with me if I never told you?
Yep.
I tell you, I don't like when you do this. I never told you that. And you continue to do it. And I'm always mad at you when you leave.
Yeah.
Whose fault is that? It's mine.
Right.
But if I come to you and I'm finally like, hey, so I noticed you do X, Y, and Z a lot, and it kind of bothers me, blah, blah, blah. And you're like, oh, okay, cool. And then you continue to do it next time. Now I can hold you accountable because I've told you what bugs me.
Yeah. I really, I'm also a spiritual person, so I sometimes will quote the Bible. But even in the Bible, I believe, don't hold this to me, but I think the part where Jesus was on the cross, he said, Lord, forgive them for they know not what they do.
Come on.
And it's like we have to give people grace, but if we're communicating it, then I can hold you accountable. I can put your feet to the fire. Because I did create that, let my barrier down. I was transparent to you. I let you know. So now I can. But like you said, if we're not talking about it, there's no way that I can even hold you accountable. And vice versa. Like your friend that has blocked you or whatever, like she can't hold you accountable for anything.
Correct.
So.
Because I don't know what I did wrong. So
and then
how am I
y'all be
supposed to
beefing
grow?
with yourself
How
at
am I
that
supposed to
point.
grow?
Right.
And I think what you said was really good because, like you said, like people want to pick and choose the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they want to pick and choose what works for them. But in that moment,
I don't do
like,
that, by the way.
You can't. No, not at all. But you can hold someone accountable and still give them grace.
Mm.
I can sit here and go,
Mm-hmm.
hey, I didn't like what you did, but I understand because you do, like, you're working through a lot.
Yeah.
I'm just going to let you know, like, I don't really care for it. So if you can try not to do that a little bit. Like,
Yeah.
And if I notice you used to do it 5 times a week and now you do it 4, that is progress to
That's
me. And I'm going to take it.
Yeah.
And then later you're starting to do it 3. And now, like, we're dwindling
and you
down.
might can just make it to a 3, baby, as long as we're saying
As long as we're seeing, like, as long as we're not at the same place when I told you I didn't like this.
Yeah, you worked on it. And that's all we can really ask for in
That's
relationships.
all I can ask for. Because I'm going to give grace.
Mm-hmm.
One thing about me, I'm going to give some grace.
Yeah. I'm going to give myself grace.
I'm going to give myself grace. I'm going to give the people around me grace because I know that I mess up and I've made mistakes and I have a past and I'm proud of my past. But at the same time, I've grown, I've learned, I've taken accountability for my actions and I move forward.
Mm-hmm.
So I think like in that sense of like, we're not finna be false prophets and we're not finna be like these people who walk around pretending that we're something we're not.
Yeah.
And making this seem like we're holier than thou.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of which.
Please. I knew where you were going with all this. Let's go. Hold on. Give me a second.
Girl, we need a drink for this next one. Oh my God. Are you ready for this? That's honey.
Child.
I'm going to keep this right next to me.
Okay.
So as I stated earlier, we are family.
We are family.
We are cousins.
First cousins at that.
First cousins. My dad and your mother are siblings.
Yeah. Brothers and sisters.
So we are cut from the same cloth.
Baby, that cloth is musty.
We are 2 sides of one coin. So we're going to talk family dynamic.
Okay.
Whew. Y'all, I just want y'all to strap in for this one.
Please. And I hope y'all got something to drink.
Because, baby, make sure you have a drink with you. Because
we be needing drinks.
Give me a second. So, in this, my father and me have always had an interesting relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Your mother and you have always had an interesting relationship.
We have.
But recently, there's been some things going on in both worlds.
It has, yeah.
Me and my father actually have started to be on pretty good terms in the last couple years. He's taken a lot more accountability. We've grown, and I'm very proud of him, and I love him so much, and I appreciate it. But me and my father did not get along for the longest. We did not speak, would not speak for almost 3 years. And it was very hard for me because I always felt like I was the failure child in so many ways. And that was a lot for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I always thought it was just me who felt this way. And y'all have to understand me and my cousin's relationship because we had always talked about a lot in friendships and stuff, but like we didn't steer away from family dynamics, but we kind of just like, we didn't dive into it all the time. We kind of just was like, we're just gonna like it a lot. You know? Recently we just kind of like let all that go and be like, okay, bitch, what are you going through?
Within the last year.
We really like, what are you going through? Because maybe we can compare. And let me tell y'all, that was the best thing we could have done.
The best.
Because putting them side by side, oh my damn. Is all I can say.
Yeah.
We are literally 2 sides of the same coin. And right here, when you find somebody like this in your family, you will see actual generational curses. You will see generational trauma passed down like never before. So like I said, me and my father have always had an estranged relationship, working on it. Very happy for that. But you and your parents.
Yeah. It's bad.
And y'all, mind y'all, growing up, I thought she was the lucky one.
And I thought they were the lucky ones.
And this
y'all had everything. You, Kisi, Yasha, y'all had everything. We were jealous of y'all.
And I was stealing iPods from you.
Baby, he was stealing my stuff.
And like, y'all, this is y'all, we laughing, but I actually stole her iPod.
He stole my stuff.
Because
I had an iPod, and I love music. I would download rock music, all types.
And she had my genre.
Exactly. That's what I was about to say. We're so much alike. So I don't blame him for stealing my iPod. I had great music on there. Paramore, everything. And so, Hannah Montana.
Come on now.
This was like middle school. This was like middle school. So, or elementary, like late elementary, early middle school. But we ended up, I ended up losing my iPod. I didn't know where the hell my iPod was. And so we ended up visiting Arlington. And I remember coming over to their house. And I don't know if we were playing hide and go seek. I don't know what happened. But I just seen a very familiar pink iPod under their bunk.
Fuchsia pink. Like, it was not
like the color of my outfit pink.
Like, it was.
So, baby, it's you can't
hide it. You can't.
No. And I'm like, I think that's my iPod. And so I asked him, I'm like, is this my iPod? No, this is not your iPod. Are you gonna? I told his dad, hey, why would he steal your stuff? I'm like, yo, okay. So I never got my iPod back. 10, 15 years later, he finally confesses.
I said, yeah, bro, I stole.
By the way, that was your iPod that I stole.
That was definitely yours.
But to even just put things in perspective, I'm thinking y'all had everything. But
I couldn't get a simple iPod.
Yeah.
And you could. And it was funny because after that, after I broke the one that I told my parents I found, they bought me one. And I was like,
baby, they should have bought me an iPod.
and at that moment, I was like, well, why couldn't you just...
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, it was always stuff like that.
Yeah.
But, like, to say that we were always looking at each other being like, not the fact that we ever hated each other at all.
No, never.
Just in the fact that, like, it was like, Dad, I want what you have. And, like, we vice versa.
Mm-hmm. That's just how it is right now, outside of just people on social media. Just
and that's how we're all looking at people. And it's sad to say because even in family, we do it.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say that it's funny because now I feel, and I told you this on the phone, I was like, for the first time ever, I don't want what you have. Because I finally see what you see.
Mm-hmm.
And I have never seen it before.
You know, I honestly started opening up to you whenever I got close with you and your mom.
Yeah.
And like I made a joke earlier, his mom was going to call his... I say that because my mom doesn't call me. And so he makes a joke, let me put my phone on D&D because Tanya's going to call me.
Tanya going to call.
My mom's not going to call me. And so whenever I started seeing his family, his like dynamic with his mother, I'm like, something is wrong with my family. Like my mom and my dad don't talk to me like that. Like something is wrong. Yeah. And then when I started making real friends, like I made like a group of female friends at church or Bible study, and just seeing like their parents kind of investing in the things that they want to do in their business. And I'm like, your dad flew with you to China because you want to start a shoe line. And so he flew with you to China. What? I can't even get my parents to buy my LLC. Go half with me. 150 I asked for. And so it's just like, I think something's wrong.
Right.
And so that's whenever instead of internalizing it, I talked about it and I realized, okay, this is something that I don't want to pass down. Like, let me start, going to counseling, which I did. I started going to counseling in 2020. Right. COVID was crazy.
Right.
And instead of being depressed about everything, I was like, okay, let me talk about my family traumas because that's really kind of like the center of all of my issues. And I've started my healing journey really in 2020, but I think everything kind of exploded in 2018 whenever my biological father reached out. And that really made me understand why me and my mom may have the relationship that we do have.
Yeah.
I'll share it because it's a part of her testimony, but just about it being a part of her testimony, it's a part of my trauma. And I haven't shared it with them. Maybe they'll watch this. I don't know. But my biological father, never met him. Mm-hmm. And I don't really know why he was in my life. I kind of have an idea. I don't want to say what I speculate because it may not be true. So I don't want to spread rumors.
Correct.
But my biological father wasn't around, but I did have his last name. I don't think he signed the birth certificate. Like, I don't think that he claimed me, but I just want him to know, like, they never talked bad about him. So it wasn't anything like that.
Right.
Then whenever my stepfather came in, he adopted me and my sister. So I haven't had a need for a father since I was 6 years old. So I don't have like daddy issues, but I do have that in the back of my mind. Like, okay, why didn't this person want me though?
Right.
So he reached back out. He reached out to me in 2018.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yo, what the heck? He like messaged me on Facebook. He was like, yo, this is Dad. Call me. I was like, who? This is who?
Yeah, who?
Who is this?
I have a father, and it's not you.
Yeah. So his name was familiar because I think during the adoption process he called, and caller ID was a thing back in the day when you had house phones. I saw his name populate on the thing, and I was like, oh, I don't think I should answer this, so I didn't. I didn't answer the phone. I don't even think my mom and dad know this, so I knew what his name was. Like, I've always known his name, but just knowing that he gave up his rights, I never understood why. So I was out of town whenever that happened. I waited to get back into town. My grandmother is my angel. I have my mother relationship with her.
Yeah.
So I'm not lacking in the mother department, but I don't have that relationship with my mom.
Yeah.
So my grandmother, she was more so like, oh, you should talk to him. Like, y'all should go to dinner. Y'all should get to know each other. We still haven't. It's 2023. This was 2018. I haven't seen him yet. I haven't been able to do that yet. Yeah. I don't know when I'm going to do it, but hopefully within the next few months before I, things change. But I told my mom, and she was not happy about him reaching out. And this was the first time that she kind of spoke about him in like a negative light. And I was like, yo, this is like 25 years later. You're married. I don't understand.
What's going on?
So my mom, again, this is a part of her testimony, so I don't feel, like I can't talk about it. But she was molested whenever she was younger. And a woman molested her. And she looked me in my face and, she told me the things that transpired between her and my biological father. I don't know if it was, I think it was maybe like a one and done thing and he just didn't want anything to do with me.
Right.
But also the woman who molested her is my aunt. And so for me, I looked at my mom, I was like, if this is why you hate me, I understand. Because you look at me and you see someone that abused you as a child and someone that left you with the baby. And so she was like, no, that's not why I hate you. Like, I don't hate, no. Then why do you hate me? Because it still wasn't like I don't hate you though. But it was like
and
it's
not to laugh.
Yeah,
like it's still like you didn't give anything.
Yeah, you still hate me. Or I don't know. I don't think she hates me, but we just don't have that relationship. But in that moment, I was able to kind of put things together.
Right.
And it's never been like it's always been, your mom has gone through things. She can't, and I understand, but I don't think I care. Because you still decided to have me.
Yes.
You didn't give me up for adoption. I didn't have a choice in being here. But you had a choice to change. Yes. You had a choice to heal and you didn't.
And I think I want to taboo on that really quickly and say that's where people do not understand is like with these parents. It's like, oh, well, your parent has been through a lot. Okay, when we're younger, you have no reason to tell us. Cool.
Right.
You're how old?
I'm 29.
I'm 27. I'll be 28.
Yeah.
We're old enough to understand because now we're going through these type of things.
Right. And
so if you were to tell us, and this is where, where I say two sides of the same coin, because that's why I've never connected with my dad's side. But my mom's side of me, I can have these conversations.
Right.
Because I know what transpired. And my mom is very forthcoming and honest about how, domestic violence was big, and that's why she worked for a domestic violence organization, and that's why she works with my nonprofit in mental health, and that's why she's so passionate and so serious about it because we went through that as a family. But she was forthcoming with me about it, and that
took me a long time to get over, and I'm not even his child. That took me a long time to get over. I found out about that when we were kids.
Yeah.
And I was like, how could you do that to the mother of your kids?
Yeah.
It took me a lot. I think I still don't like your dad.
Yeah. And that's where I tell people, I was like, it took me forever to understand these things. And it's why people who always go, you don't talk to your dad's side, there's a reason.
Yeah.
And it's not to I'm gonna sit here and say I love my dad and I love how much he's grown and he went through some things and he had to change as a person but it took me forever. It took me a lot of healing, a lot of therapy, a lot of things, and same with a lot of us. And I think, but I always remember that's why I've had such a great because on my mom's side, like, we had horses and we had this. And now it's like I'm older. I'm like, oh, I understand all the blessing. Like every 4th of July, I used to hate going out of town. And now I would kill to go back to my grandfather's house if he was still alive for 4th of July and just go ride horses and pop firecrackers with my cousins. And what I would kill to give that again, you know? And people don't understand that. And I just think that I never understood our differences. Yeah. Until, like you said, within the last year of like, you would say things and I'm like, okay, well, just go talk to your other side. And I'm like, oh. Yeah. There is no
real other side. Yeah. And there is my half sister. Yeah. We're literally twins. It's crazy. And the thing is, like, my sister that, you know, I grew up with, my half sister, we grew up together, but we're not like the best of friends. Right. We're polar opposites, which I don't understand how. But my half sister on my biological father's side, she has a YouTube channel. She does makeup. She has her own business. I'm like, girl, we are literally the same. Like person. We would, you know, same cloth. Yeah. I was literally telling my homegirl today. I'm like, you know, I do have another family, and it's crazy to say y'all have horses. He literally has horses, and he doesn't live that far from Dallas. He lives like 20 minutes, 30 minutes from Dallas. She lives in Tyler. Like, I could visit them. Right. I'm just a little scared.
Mm-hmm. Because now you're opening up a whole new door.
Yeah. And it's like, this door already hurt me. Like, what if this door hurt me too? Girl. So it's like, how much more hurt, honey? And if
can we take?
Yeah. And I'm just the person that's like, I might get hurt. Let me just do it now so I can start healing now.
Because you will never know unless you try, though. Because, yes, you could get hurt, but it also could be one of the best things you've ever done, right? Yeah. Like, it could be one of those things that you just like, oh my God, I'm so glad I found this relationship. Mm-hmm. Because I never regret, ever. I have never regretted a person that came into my life. Mm-hmm. I've never regretted a friendship or relationship that I formed, simply in the fact of I am grateful because it either taught me a lesson or it was the biggest blessing. They're still here. Absolutely. Or it taught me the biggest lesson. I'm like, cool. Yeah. Friendships. So this is a full... Like, I'm going to let you know, if you have a problem with me right now, you are beefing on your own. If you do not like me, you are on your own. Yeah. If you want to talk to me, I'm right here. Yeah. Come find me. We will have a great conversation. Mm-hmm. Because I'm not beefing with nobody. I don't have a problem with anybody. Yeah. Whatever happened in our past happened, right? Yeah. Our family, we've... there's been so much.
It has been a lot.
Hurt. Tragedy, pain, but not a lot of healing.
Not a lot of healing.
There's a lot of false healing. There's a lot of
fake healing.
A lot of false healing. There's a lot of like, oh yeah, like I went and done, like I'm doing this, and it's no, y'all need to go figure some things out. But I will say, like, this was just the surface level, y'all. Yeah. Because
like I have so much more that I could say,
but like and we may do extended cut of this one day
if y'all want to.
If y'all want this, we will do an extended cut of this because there's so much more we can unpack here. Yeah, but I want to shift gear.
Yeah, but I do want to say one thing.
Come on.
In regards to like, I'm not cutting my family off.
Absolutely not.
Right. I am giving myself space. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. I want them to grow. I want them to realize their flaws in my absence because there's power in your absence.
Hello. If you can't appreciate my presence, you're going to realize my absence. Mm-hmm. Come on now.
But I also don't want that curse to roll over to me and a potential family that I might have. Because now I've realized the issue. And just like you said, it's been passed down. But because like, I don't know how it is, I can't really, talk about other cultures or races, but I know in the Black family we're very secretive.
Very.
And if you and
what
I
happens
didn't
in this household? What
stays in this household?
Come on, we gonna. Can't nobody
tell
me
how to run my house.
It's not about them.
Can't nobody tell me what to do with my kids.
But what's crazy is y'all want to say it stays in the Black household, but y'all go tell every family member possible.
Baby.
So now I have to feel awkward.
Mm-hmm. So my thing is, I'm happy we opened up with each other.
Absolutely.
I want other people to open up to other people. Open up to your friends. Open up to your cousins. Open up to your siblings. Because if y'all don't talk and realize that y'all are going through the same things, you may think you're isolated. You may think it's normal. It's not normal what you're going through.
Absolutely.
And if you think it's normal, you're just going to pass it down to your kids. You're going to pass it down. And this is how we stop generational curses.
Absolutely.
By conversation.
By simple conversation.
Conversation and relationship.
Because we're not perfect people, y'all. We all have flaws.
Yeah.
I don't care who you are. You walk this earth, you have a flaw.
Yeah.
There's something in you that is not always the best or the greatest thing.
Yeah.
There's something in you lack.
Mhm.
We all lack something. But understanding that lack and acknowledging it is what's going to make you better and what's going to help you succeed and become the person you want to be. Because every day, that's all I'm striving to be, is be the person I want to be.
Yeah.
I know that like I said, I have a past, I've done things, and I'm just striving every day to be the person that I know I can be and I want to be.
Right.
And I still slip up sometimes and I fall back into old
He
habits.
sure do. I'm just playing.
Honestly, I slip up and I fall back into old habits because it's natural.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I call you. I call my friend KT. I call Mariah. I call all of my people. And I'm like, hey, I need
now.
a check.
Yeah.
I need y'all heart check me. Fix like the one prayer I say, you know, and as a gay man being, you know, so
spiritual.
You
have a relationship,
with God. It's very weird because people are like, you, that's what you do. I'm like, yeah, because I know what he's done for me.
Yeah.
And I think the one prayer I always say is like, you know, come on the inside and change me on the outside. I got it from my church. It's like, I just want you to come on the inside and change me on the outside.
Yeah.
Like, I want you to fix my heart's posture, you know? And I think that's the biggest thing. But yeah, I'm so glad we've done this.
Me too.
And we'll have so many more conversations. But yeah. So we're going to switch gears, though. We're going to make it a little more fun, though. Because you said you was a music girl. So that means we're going to play a game.
A game.
A game, girl. So y'all know it. It's Song Association. So my creative director, she's off on the side. You're going to hear her voice for a second. But you're going to hear her say some words. And Miss Tahjá, you are going to give us a nice little... Come on now. What they say in High School Musical? We're going to mind this away.
Okay.
You just going to say the first one that comes to your mind.
Okay.
We'll have KT have a timer. You'll have 10 seconds. That's it. You have 10 seconds to say it.
Ooh, child, you know I have anxiety.
I know. And that's what, because listen, we talk about this a lot and we're always like, oh yeah, like if we're ever doing that, it would be great. So we're going to test her because she loves to say how great she'll be.
That's why I took a shot before it.
Come on now. She is going to give us a timer, and then she's also like, she's going to give us a timer and she's going to make sure, you know, you right in your songs.
Oh, fact check. Okay.
We're gonna fact check.
Okay.
Because we don't want you to be wrong. You can't be wrong.
Just make it up with me.
You can be strong and wrong.
Be Delulu with me.
Be Delulu.
Be Delulu with me. Okay.
So.
Girl, don't give me no hard words. It need to be 4 letters.
My lovely creative director, Miss KT, what is her first word?
Start off easy.
Trust.
Trust. Maybe I got. Oh, whoa. Trust issues.
There you go. Come on. Trust issues.
Okay, that's not really a song that I can sing, but.
Yes, it is.
Baby, no, ma'am.
See, mine, and it's crazy because mine was Keisha Cole and Monica Trust.
No, I literally said it. I was like, I have trust issues. Oh, trust issues.
Come on now. Yes, come on.
Okay, Trust Issues by Drake.
Yes.
Next one. I'll give you another easy one.
Love.
Love, never knew what I was missing.
Come on. Yeah.
Okay, that's all I got.
See, okay, that's fine. That's all you need.
Okay.
Okay. Kick off. Kick off.
Island.
Ooh.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. But like, do y'all know that really lame song by Cardi B? And she was like, Island guy. I'm bilingual. Okay, that's all I can think about Island.
And that's okay. Come on.
Oh my God.
That's how you got to do it.
I'm weak. Okay. I'm gonna be serious now.
Okay. Fall.
Oh, fall.
Ooh, fall.
Oh my God. Okay, fall.
Is this the one?
No.
Is
But
it?
I feel like there's a song by Kobe. No.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
fall.
But I couldn't think of one for fall. What did you think about?
Oh. But I said it was falling in love. So I guess that's not even
Oh,
good.
falling in love with you.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Falling in love. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I could think of that.
Okay. Girl, I have anxiety.
Last one.
Okay, I gotta do good with this one. Okay.
I'm gonna give you a hard one.
Oh,
Oh,
come on.
Last but not least,
two,
Two.
like TOO or TWO. Two.
You make fun.
Listen, you can.
Obviously have them next to each other.
I was like, so she gave you options.
1 + 1 = 2.
Come on,
Yeah.
man.
If I ain't got nothing, I don't give a damn. As long as I got you,
She said vocals.
it's me and you.
Y'all, she done
Okay,
did
that's it. Come on, Beyonce. Come on, Beyonce.
Okay, y'all. So the sun is setting here on the island. Tahjá, thank you for taking your private jet out here because we don't fly commercial, baby.
Ooh.
Here on the island, it's all private. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. And before you go, I got one last question.
What?
So, as you guys know, my nonprofit is, partnered with an amazing game called We're Not Really Strangers. They have been so gracious to us. And me and my whole team love this game. So,
I love
we picked one question out of there, and we're just going to ask you.
Oh, God. These questions be getting deep.
Okay. Ooh.
Okay.
What is one promise you want to keep to yourself this year? And
Mm.
how can I help you keep it?
I promise you can help me keep to myself.
Yes.
I honestly feel like the promise you can help me keep to myself is to just continue to be myself.
Absolutely.
Is all the hurt and pain that I've gone through, my main prayer is for God to allow me to say the same. I don't want to be bitter. I want to continue to be like, I'm a little naive when it comes to things, and I want to
Absolutely.
stay that way. I don't want to be like, I don't want to have too many guards up. I don't want to have too many walls. I don't want to lose sight of like the bliss in life.
Yes.
Like ignorance is bliss. I want to still be a little ignorant. I want to have that because life is so fun, and people do come and they may hurt you and you may fall short a little bit, but just do something else.
You got to realize who's worth the pain because everybody's going to hate you.
Absolutely.
Who's
So
worth it?
I just want to continue to be myself, continue to love myself because I'm that bitch.
Absolutely.
What do I say when you call me?
Is she?
This is she.
And this is her.
Is. No, just stay true to myself, and I want you to help me keep that promise.
And I always will because I love what you said, how you said it was blissful ignorance.
Mhm.
Because anybody who knows me, my pet peeve is willful ignorance. And she's never willfully ignorant.
Mhm.
She will learn everything she needs to know.
Yeah.
But she'll stay in a blissful mind where she knows the sky is not the limit.
Nope.
Outer space is not the limit. It just keeps going beyond the vast. Tahjá, I thank you so much for coming.
Thanks for
I've
having
waited
me.
for this for so long, and I'm so
know.
glad we got to do
Babe,
it.
how many times did
Oh my God, we went through some struggles to get her here last season, but she's here now.
Yeah.
And I thank you, and I'm so grateful for you, and I
Yeah.
thank you for always being there for me. For everyone watching, I thank you guys for being a part of my team, my organization, for all of the support and love y'all have given me. My amazing team, I thank you all for helping put this together and staying in my corner. I love you all, and I will see you next time on the island.